Hi, this is Carl the Cobra Frutch, and you're watching Lights Out.
This is Faisal Khan for Lights Out, proudly sponsored by Spartans Law. We're here at the Lee Jones ABC Boxing Gym in Liverpool, where I'm delighted to be joined by Robbie Davies Jr. Robbie, good afternoon, brother. How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Good. I'm glad to hear, Robbie. Obviously, there's a big show going on in Pakistan, going to be promoted by Falcon Sporting Promotions. Firstly, when I heard about the show that took place in May, I had to jump online just to see how it went. It looked like a cracking show. What's your knowledge of the actual show itself, and what's your involvement going to be?
Yeah, like with the last show, obviously it was the first one, and when you seen the production from the build-up, the press conference to the fight, all the fans got behind. I think it was like 6,000-7,000, all sold out. They're looking to grow it even more for this one because of the turnout that they had. I think it's going to be great for boxing. It's going to be, this time they've got more title fights on it, and it's just going to be something that they can keep growing with.
And it's exciting to see that part of the world sort of like investing in boxing. I mean, we've seen the benefits Riyadh season has had. I mean, Vegas, London, these have been massive cities that have invested a lot of time and money in boxing. I mean, what does it do for the sport of boxing with the sport itself going out to countries like Pakistan? Can it only mean bigger and better things for the sport itself?
Yeah, definitely. It's the more boxing, the better. And I think because it was somewhere that I felt like boxing was cut off, and now it's like all coming back together. They're putting money into it. They're bringing more fighters from overseas alongside their own fighters, giving their own fighters the opportunity, like in Britain and America and other countries, what they don't seem to get. Now that they're promoting their own kids and their own fighters alongside some Americans and British kids, it's just it's more opportunity, and it's going to be better for boxing, definitely.
Right, so yeah, we're just picking this back up, a bit of a battery change. Appreciate your patience there, Robbie. I asked you off camera, is that you in boxing 100% done? I mean, I know the last fight was, back in February? Yeah, so is that you in the sport done, or is that itch still there?
No, I think that's me done. When I had that fight back in February, although I never like to say that I didn't want to win. I did want to win, obviously, and I trained as well as I could on the short notice, but when the fight finished, it was just like, it was one of them, and I've never really had that feeling before. Any other fight that I've lost over the years, I'd be heartbroken over it, where this one I didn't have the same feelings, and I knew right then. That's why I announced my retirement so soon. I thought if I was to stay in boxing now, I'd only be staying for all the wrong reasons. So I just knew it was my time. Yeah, I had my time in the sun, and now it was time to go. Yeah.
I mean, looking back on the career, I mean, former British, Commonwealth and European champion, I mean, overall satisfied with how the career went in the end?
There's a few things. I had a bit of bad luck along the way with injuries and stuff like that. Some of them you've seen over the years when I had the horrific ankle injury in the ring and stuff like that. There was a few times when I had the fights to just go to that next level, and I'd fall at the final hurdle. So I always think about if I could change the odd few things, it'd have been on them sort of fights. But overall, from when I very first turned pro, I was absolutely winging it. And for what I ended up achieving, for the places I went and the people I met, what I won, the fights I was involved in, I was pretty pleased, yeah.
Well, you're still part of the sport. I mean, obviously, you mentioned that you're doing a bit of work with Anthony Crolla. You're doing your training and your coaching, so I'm pretty sure you keep up to date with the sport. Huge rematch at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in a couple of weeks' time between Chris Eubank Jr and Conor Benn. First fight was an absolute thriller. What can you see happening in the rematch?
Do you know what? I think the first fight was a great fight, like you said, unbelievable, back and forth. Both men showed amazing heart and amazing grit all the way through it. I think what favours Conor is youth is on his side. I think every fight there's more miles going on, Chris. And of course I've seen some of the little glimpses of training with Bomac. I know he's putting the training in. And then you see pictures of Conor looking in unreal shape already. same as I said on the last one, I just think it's whoever's going to get it right on the night. Like, one fight at that sort of level can change it, and I hate to be a person that sits on the fence, but last time I think I went for Conor because I was thinking the youth, he's explosive, and he come up short to Chris, where this time I don't want to jump on the bandwagon again and say how well Conor looks, he's going to do it again, because it could be the same thing again. Like, it is one of them fights where it's literally a couple of punches either way could change the fight.
The reason why I want to ask you this question is because you're a retired fighter now, so you'd kind of know where Tyson Fury is coming from. I mean, we've seen him announce his retirement more times than I've had hot dinners over the last few years. But he did do an interview last week on, I believe, the Fury Aussie YouTube channel, saying that he doesn't need to fight again. But there's people like Derek Chisora and Frank Warren saying that they expect him to fight again. I mean, yes, he's had 2 losses to probably one of the greatest heavyweight of our era right now in Alexander Usyk, but that fight of Anthony Joshua is still something everybody in the sport wants to see. I mean, there's talks of a 3rd fight with Alexander Usyk. I mean, you've left the sport now, so you've been away for some time, so you know how it feels to be away from the sport when you're not in camp, when you're not training, when you're not trying to get a fight. So can you honestly say Tyson Fury is done with the sport, or do you expect to see him fight next year and hopefully give us that big British showdown with Anthony Joshua and maybe even a 3rd fight of Alexander Usyk?
Like what you're saying there, like Tyson over the years, I can only imagine he's made an astonishing amount of money. I don't really think he needs to fight to make any more. I think he's got more money than he could spend in a lifetime. But there will always be that woulda, shoulda, coulda with the Anthony Joshua fight, I think. And obviously, I think if it's like a massive stadium fight or something along them lines, and Tareq Al-Ashi from Saudi can fund the fight and make sure it happens, I feel like he's the man to always get the deals over the line in this modern era. I would never say never, but I think the more time that passes, we're less likely to see that fight. Like, if it goes into next year and there's nothing talked about, I honestly do think that's it. But if we get to like by Christmas time and there's a little twindle of light, then I think we might get him back.
Robbie Davies Jr, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you. Really appreciate your time. And yeah, thank you very much for talking to Lights Out, my man.
Oh, thank you, appreciate it.